So the first thing I'm gonna go over is personal guarantee lines of credit and personal guarantee credit cards. That is the easiest, simple money you can get. Okay. What do you need for what do you need for personal guarantee? Okay, personal guarantee meaning if you have a good personal credit score, and this again, this works for actually my plug is in Canada. Okay, the person who are doing this type of loans, they're in Canada. Okay, and they work within the US. So for personal guarantee, all it is that you are guaranteeing it, you are the guarantor of your business. So for example, you open a business today, okay? Ganvini Consulting LLC open November 6th. Okay, we open November 6th and nobody knows who Ganvini LLC is. How can Ganvini LLC get lines of credit and get credit cards? How? Well, there's a way around it. You can go ahead and personally guarantee it. Okay, there are a couple requirements. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you right now the requirements for you guys being on the call. Guys,
So,
put
hey,
yourself
bro.
on mute, please.
Good, good. Yourself?
Okay, I'm just putting people on mute.
If you make me co-host, I can mute people.
Okay, anyways, so personal guarantee. Personal guarantee means, for example, I have a 685 credit score, I have no hard inquiries, okay, and I have at least 3 to 5 credit cards of $5,000. I can go ahead and say, hey, Ganvini LLC, I'll go to a bank and tell them, hey, I need 20 grand or 5 grand. They usually ask you, what do you think your business is going to make? So if I say, hey, I think my business is going to make $200,000 this upcoming year, they're going to give you 10% of that. Okay, so if I say, it's called stated income, if I say I'm going to make 200K, they're going to go ahead and give me a business credit card for $20,000. Okay, now, how do you get 200 plus, 500, 600, $1 million? How can you get up to that amount? It's very simple. You have to know which bank pulls which credit bureau. Okay, you have to know which bank is if Bank of America is pulling Experian, Chase is pulling Experian, TD Bank is pulling Experian. Guess what? Now you burn Experian. Okay, but you have 3 hard inquiries on Experian. You still have 3 more hard inquiries on TransUnion, and three more hard inquiries on Equifax. Okay, so the whole goal is to get 9 credit cards or 9 lines of credit within the short amount of time. Okay, and every business is different. There is a lot of depending the name of your business, depending how long you've been in business, there's a lot of requirements. But if you can, and this is something that I teach on my program, if you can show that, hey, my business looks good and you know where to apply, you get a minimum of $100,000. Okay, and that is at a 0% interest, and that is personal guarantee. Okay, so I know this is very short and sweet, and I'm trying to wrap up. I know some of you don't have a lot of time. Do you have any questions for personal guarantee, business credit cards, and business lines of credit? Any questions at all? Guys, I've been doing this thing for a very long time. Okay, I'm giving everything away. So any questions right now? If not, we're gonna move forward. What's the cap? What do you mean, what's the cap, Miguel? What is the limit? The limit on the cars? What do you mean, what's the limit? Can you be a little more specific?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Is there a ceiling for this particular process that's personally guaranteed?
What do you mean by that? So like can you get more than 200K, more than 500K? What do you mean by
Yeah,
that?
so like I have like 250K ish,
Okay.
and I mean, but I don't really use it much. But I guess how high can that go? How many times can you do
That can
that?
go up to $1 million and you can do it. It all depends on the bank. Okay, so for example, I'll give you guys a play. For American Express, you can go ahead and apply every 30 days per card. American Express do not do a hard inquiry. So once you're in with American Express, they're gonna go ahead and see, let's say you have a charge card. Okay, a charge card is the platinum. Okay, if you're buying and paying it off, every 30 days you can increase the limit up to 3 times. So for example, if you have a $10,000 Amex in 30 days or 60 days, you can go ahead and ask for 30. After you get 30 in 60 days, you can go ahead and ask for 90. Okay, it all depends on how you use it. Is there a ceiling, to answer your question? There's really not a ceiling, okay, but they do look at how you're managing your money. And that is per bank, that's individual per bank. What I can tell you, if you have 200,000 and you don't use it, you will lose it. Okay, I lost 2 cars that way. I didn't use Bank of America and Wells Fargo, and I got taken away. My Bank of America had a 10-year age limit. Okay, did I answer your question, Miguel?
Yeah, and then on that, like let's say you apply every 30 days. Every time 30 days, do they just increase the limit, or does that 0% reset or
No, the 0% does not reset. The 0% is just an introductory rate.
so you just gotta use it. You gotta use it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Any
Uh,
other questions?
So when it comes to your personal liquidity, how relevant is that in applying for credit?
It's
Uh,
not relevant at all.
Okay, so they only just personal credit and that's it, and then your stated income, and that's what they'll grant you.
Yep.
Really quick, Arturo, because I know they're not capping what they're lending now anymore, right? Like there was a worry because of the economy, they were gonna, but they're still lending businesses, right?
Well, I'll tell you guys something. There's gonna be so much money in the market coming up. Okay. They're literally gonna give out money. They're gonna want you to take their money. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys don't, those who are already making $1-2 million, if you don't take advantage, within this next 12 months, okay, it's gonna be very tough to bring up your business. And when I say take advantage, I'm talking about if you don't use the money that they're giving you, okay, we're not gonna see a day or time like this. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Trump is gonna come into office. They're gonna throw the economy to shit. But if you can sustain for those 6-7 months, however long the economy is gonna be down, guys, the light at the end of the tunnel is gonna be amazing. Okay, right now, some of you know, I'm doing my paperwork, okay, to get a $40 million loan. I'm getting it at a 4.75% interest. Okay, and this is something that I'm gonna get into through when we get to corporate bond in a little bit. Okay, so right now let's just focus on personal guarantee, lines of credit, and business credit. This is something that I've been doing for a very long time. Okay, like Miguel, most of it you know the play. Okay, you have a business, you're making money, you know how to finesse that. I mean, you don't know exactly what you did, but you kind of stumble your way to get it. Okay, like for example, for a brand new business, you can go ahead and make yourself look good with no income and get $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. I got a guy's $600,000. I got an 18-year-old kid $170,000 first round. Okay, so there's no really a limit. You just got to know what you're doing. Okay, and that is in the program that I have. Any other question when it comes to personal guarantee?
Yeah, hey Arturo, how you doing, brother? I don't know if you can hear me well. There's a
I
little bit
hear
of
you.
background noise. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, quick question. So, let's say a business that's been, it's been up and running for about 3 to 5, maybe going on 6 months. How would I be able to, fund that business with what you're talking about? Would it be through my own personal credit, or would it start a brand new credit line through the LLC that I have under the company name, or?
Okay, so it doesn't matter how long for personal guarantee, it doesn't matter how long your company has been open. You can open it today. That's why I gave that example. I open a business today. Can I fund the business I opened today $200,000? Yes, you can.
Would they be pulling from my personal credit? You said, right? It'd be from
Exactly.
3 different
Yep.
credit.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you're doing personal guarantee. Yeah.
Okay, and you said that the best thing to look forward for would be what bank pulls from what credit source, right? Like TransUnion, Equifax, Spike, or whatever, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. Now, is that information that they would have to tell me? The loan officer would tell me if I ask them, or it's a system that I would have to put into play in order for it to go down that way?
There's a website. Okay, it's called creditboards.com. Creditboards.com will tell you which bank pulls from which credit bureau is 70% accurate.
Hey, the credit limits that they approve you for, like, what is that based on? Is that based on like the credit, your personal credit, like the LLC, or what is it based on?
It's based on your stated income. You tell them it's 250, you're gonna make 250K, They're gonna give you 10% of that. That's 25,000.
But is it as simple, like just tell them, okay, my business is projected to make 250, so you can make 550, and then they're gonna base it off of that?
Now, 250K is the cap. Anything above 250, they're gonna start you for document.
Artur, I also noticed you said that the name of the LLC matters a lot as well. Is there something like where it would have to have global or worldwide or consulting or something along those lines in the name in order for the bank to, I guess be a bit more comfortable in loaning you the money, or
Yeah.
what did you mean by that?
Yeah, management, marketing, consulting, something that's not brick and mortar. It's more you'll have more options.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Guys, any other question before we move to the no personal guarantee?
Yeah, other quick question here. What's the minimum credit score needed to apply for this?
685.
685.
655.
685.
What was the name of the website that you mentioned that says the name of the credit bureaus?
Credit Boards.
BORS.
BOARDS. Boards. Like skateboard.
And then also, you don't have the ability to pay off these loans that you get. Credit limit may be at the end of the 12-month term. You start to see interest accruing and it's eating you up. What do you do? Do you file for bankruptcy on behalf of the business? How does that affect you personally, or what do you do in that situation?
That if you file for bankruptcy, you're fucked for the next 7 years or 2 years until you get it out.
Is that the only way out, or what do you do if you can't pay off these business loans if you have a personal guarantee?
So there's different ways to do it, okay? And I explain all that in the course. The way I teach people how to do it is start with national banks. You start with national banks and you can't pay it off, you can push it over to regional banks. If you can't pay off regional banks, you can push that credit over to credit unions. Okay. And that's buying you 1, 2, 3 years. Now, if you cannot pay it off within 3 years, I wouldn't recommend you guys going into business. Okay, I wouldn't get money to go into business. Because if you're getting money and you can't pay it off, I mean, I'll tell you something. These people will look at, let's say, if you get out 200K and you go ahead and, fucking start popping bottles at the club, okay? Anything over $350 misuse is considered fraud. Okay, so you have to have a liable business. I'm not saying that they're gonna go and try to charge for fraud, but I'm saying that they have unlimited money and you just gotta do your best to lift off your business.
Okay. Yeah, I was just
Okay. And this is, I mean, and if you don't know where to invest your money, who asked this question? What's your name?
my name is Sebastian.
Sebastian, okay. If you don't know where to invest this money, get to me at the end. Okay. My trucking business, bro, you make 100% back your money within the first 15 months, and it's weekly payouts. Okay, so there are places where you can invest your money. You can also serve as a hard money lender. Okay, you call title company and tell them, hey, I'm a hard money lender. I charge 3 points up front at a 10% or 15% APY. Okay, that means if you lend 100K, you're gonna charge $3,000 to start up the 100K. Okay, and then you're gonna make an extra 15,000 if the loan term is for 12 years. Okay, and the title company takes care of all that, all the documents. You pay them $300 and they do the whole process. Okay,
And-
so there are ways you can invest your money and you can make money with that money.
Interesting. You can do that with a business credit card.
You can do, yeah, you can cash out business credit card, yes.
But it isn't that unrelated to your business, which would be considered fraudulent use of the card,
No, you gotta just have the right contract.
and that's contingent on the bank. That's where you see that variance in the contract.
No, it's contingent to your business. You can open a consulting business and then consulting business can go ahead and start investing in real estate.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just all done internally. Or you can have that business let another one of your business borrow money.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you.
Of course. Any other questions before we move on?
Yeah, what is typically like the liquidity fee for liquidating the cards as cash?
It all depends who you go to. If you go through Stripe, it's 3%. I have a guy, he charges 4%, so it all depends. It all depends who you go through. Guys, other questions? Okay, no more questions. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move over to no personal guarantee.